This episode of Threadbanger is brought to you by Cotton's new online exclusive fashion show, Inseam.
Quick, through the door! Every time we said DIY or die, I didn't think it would come down to this. This week on Deadbanger.
Brains! Yummy brains.
Halloweeny How To.
Hi, I'm Josh Jeremy,
I'm Roman Kimienti.
and we're the creators of Zombie A Go-Go.
Zombie A Go-Go started with Josh and I brainstorming on how we can start a party, incorporating the things we actually like, the horror element and makeup and music together.
We were tired of a lot of the pretentiousness in nightlife in New York, and we didn't feel like it had much life to it, so we decided to take all the life out of it and transform everyone into zombies. Because it wasn't Halloween, our first party was in August. People were really surprised when they came in and a little scared and were like, what did I walk into? And once they loosened up a little bit and our makeup artist killed them, they kind of got into it a lot more. We always have a team of makeup artists on hand at our parties to transform anyone who is tired of being alive into a zombie. Our makeup artist will show you how to become a zombie and turn your friends into zombies.
Hi, I'm Katie Pellegrino. Today I'm going to show you how to do some really easy, simple, but realistic zombie makeup. So the basics of what I think you need to create any sort of authentic zombie type makeup. Neutral eyeshadows, ranging from a deep brown to a lighter color for highlighting. Alcohol activated FX palettes. It's just a really great long wearing product. A stipple sponge for giving like a fake beard effect or for abrasions. The fake skin is called Plasto Wax. You can get this from Makeup Forever. With liquid latex, I would recommend getting the Ben Nye. It's pretty inexpensive. You can get that at any sort of a makeup artist supply store. So castor oil is it's a really basic oil. I think people can eat it to use it as a laxative, but that's not how we're using that today. And just basic brushes that you might have lying around the house. Anything that's sort of like a long, fluffy blending brush is good for doing the shading around the eyes. The fine line brushes are going to be better for emulating broken blood vessels and capillaries. And then you want some sort of a powder brush, anything to just sort of contour or also to powder. So I'm going to start with just a really nice, simple cream that's really heavily pigmented. This is pretty comparable to things that you'll find in Dwayne Reed, little like palettes of colors. What I'm doing is I'm shading the corner of the mouth, under the nose, sort of the outer corner of the eye. I'm probably going to shade inside the hollow of his eye right here as well, just to give that nice sunken look. And I'm just following that cream up with shadow, neutral, sort of beigey colors. You can just contour. You can follow the natural contours of your eye. If you like, I think a common mistake that a lot of people do is they get a little carried away and go around the entire eye, and then it starts sort of looking like Spot the dog. So I've added some 99% alcohol to all of these palettes just to activate them. The bright red actually does a really nice fresh blood kind of effect. I might even go up here and just create like a big rotten patch. You can try making a batch of oatmeal and really cooking it until it's nice and dry and thick. And you can mix some food coloring in the oatmeal to get like a really meaty sort of texture that looks amazing if you blend it into the hairline. It looks kind of like brains or carnage of some sort. Are you allergic to latex? No. Always ask your model if they're allergic to latex. Let's just paint some on you. Like this, you can already see it sort of pulling up a little bit. I'm going to use castor oil. If you don't want to have fake blood dripping down your mouth, you've already got all of this color on you. And that actually gives you the effect that it looks like this is all fake blood, artificial skin. You can take a spatula, or if you forgot your spatula, you can take the end of a brush or a pen or whatever. You just want to warm it up a little bit with your fingers. But this stuff is awesome. It's sort of an archaic, like, special effects product. You can sort of peel it back to give that rotting flesh effect. You could take just a black eyeliner to do this shading. You can also get a plastic sealer, or spirit gum works really well for adhering the pasta wax. I'm just going over it in latex because that's what I have. Another thing that you could do is you could take cotton. So I'm just sort of peeling it apart to get the texture. I'm putting the cotton on top of the latex or whatever adhesive you would use. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with fake blood and saturate the cotton.
Alright, zombie clothes are just like our clothes. Usually you're unexpectedly bitten or attacked wearing your normal attire, and the next thing you know, you're eating brains, covered in blood, and attacking the living. To make zombie clothing, you're gonna need a regular outfit of yours, a pair of scissors, some spray paint, and some red fabric paint. First, grab your shirt and begin to attack it with a pair of scissors. You want to start hacking away at the collar and the shirt cuffs, ball up the fabric and cut small holes randomly throughout it, rip the shirt pocket off, tear the sleeve at the seams, distress the crap out of it. The same goes for the pants. Attack with scissors, cut some holes in the knees, rip up the legs, and rip some pockets off. The next step, you want to grab yourself some beige and black spray paint and start covering this thing in filth. Now for the fun part, the blood. First get yourself some red fabric paint or regular paint along with a brush. The first technique to use is the splatter technique. This will make it look like you just ripped someone's arm off and their blood is spurting out all over you. The next thing is the bloody handprint. Zombies always have them on their clothing because their victims are always clawing, grabbing, and fighting for their life. To do this, just douse your hand with some red paint, firmly slap it down onto the shirt, and smear downwards. The smear is the most important part. Do this a couple times to both your shirt and your pants. Once you got enough handprints, start wiping the remaining paint off your hands and onto the shirt. Add more paint where you want, and you're almost done. Just get out that necktie and artistically zombify it with some fabric paint and scissors. For a finishing touch, just add some bite marks with some pinking shears, and the next thing you know, you're ready to hit the street in search of brains.
Brains.